What's going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have a bunch of important things to discuss today. Obviously, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin Cash to USD, which means because it is Sunday, this will be the last week we review Bitcoin Cash for a couple of weeks. So I need to know, what coin are we going to review for next week? What does that mean? You guys need to comment down below what altcoin you would like to see reviewed for the upcoming week. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you guys right after this. So guys, for all those who are new to the channel, we like to start off looking at the current coin market cap. This inevitably helps us figure out what exactly is going on before we really dive into the chartings and analysis. As you know, there's a bunch of interesting plays happening. You guys do know if you've been following the channel, and the series that we did buy in yesterday or 2 days ago, but I think it was yesterday, and I'm going to explain a little bit more in depth as to why I did that. Was it the right move? Was it the wrong move? We're going to have to find out. Otherwise, checking out this current market cap, you can see we see Bitcoin dominance up slightly more than we saw yesterday, which is interesting to note. We see volume kind of dipping off, and we see market cap kind of staying fairly the same. So we're not really seeing much movement at all. We're seeing altcoins being affected a little bit more than Bitcoin is. As you can see out of these top 10 cryptocurrencies, I don't see anything too negative. We're really not down by much. I'd say the market's about 0%, really not much change at all. The coins that are down are not even down by 1%. The ones that are up aren't really up by much. Bitcoin Cash looks very nice, up 3.82%. Bitcoin up 1.2%. Majority of the market is down though, but not really much of anything. So it seems like pretty much a consolidation type of market right now. You can see the sideways trading. Doesn't look too bad if you ask me. Now, I do want to really quick jump into the current charts right now. You can see on Litecoin, so we did buy in yesterday, and I want to show you guys what exactly I'm referring to. You can see we on eToro, which is the first link in the description to our virtual trading platform. Basically, it's a way for us to track all of our trades to show you guys whether we're making money or losing it. You can see our previous trade was at 145 units, open at 68, closed at 73, and we made about $609 profit. You can see currently we're down about 127%, still up total, but you can see if we look at our portfolio, what we did. So we actually bought Litecoin at, where is it? $75.94. We bought 131 tokens. You can see we're down a little bit. We're only down a little less than $1 right now, or sorry, $1 exactly around. So we're really not down by much, but we need to look at the rest of the market to really figure out where exactly we're heading. Was this the right move? Now, for those of you who don't know, we start with $100,000 in our virtual trading platform, which means we're dollar cost averaging, kind of to cover our asses, CMA, cover my ass. So we're figuring out how to invest in a way that lowers risk. Obviously, in a virtual trading platform, there's no risk, but this is practice, in the simulation for us to move our focus to real world investing. So that's why we love to use this. As we know, investing $10,000, which is valued at $9,800 right now, almost $9,900, we know that $10,000 out of $100,000 is 10%. So we're really not down by much. $100 out of $100,000, not much to worry about, but obviously we want to see that grow to the upside. So there is some risk involved. We're down today, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And I know I'm going to switch our focus to the charts to really figure out where, or make some educated, guesses or inferences as to where we could see crypto, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash move in the next upcoming days, whether a coin may look good to buy in right now, to sell, to invest more. We're going to have to figure that out. So let's start with Litecoin as of right now. So we're looking at Litecoin US dollar, Coinbase, this is the Coinbase exchange, on the 4-hour charts, which, as we know, don't hold as much strength as the daily, as the weekly. So what we notice right now is there's some interesting things going on. So we had a small uptrend, but that kind of is irrelevant right now. I don't think it's that useful. Things to take note of. Trading at around 50 on the RSI gives us plenty of potential to move in either direction. We're not too overbought, which indicates we need to pull back down. We're not oversold, which indicates we need to move up. We're about even. Now, one thing to note is we did manage ever so recently to finally break above our uptrend, or our high-low MMA and the uptrend. So we did just recently break above the high-low MMA, which is good. We're using it as support. I am getting semi-worried with Litecoin's charting, indicating that we could pull back down because of a couple of things. we're hanging out at our highlight MMA a little too long for me to be comfortable. We've done it in the past, though. You know, we've hung out here in the past, but that usually led to a pullback. But we're hanging out here sideways trading, and we're also the other main reason why I'm a little nervous is we have this uptrend, you know, where our ascending wedge is, and we're getting sandwiched in between there. So I'll zoom in a little bit more. So you can see right now we have this little sandwich right here where we have this purple uptrend acting as a resistance, putting a lot of downwards pressure on the market, but we're getting supported by here. So we do have this green band that crossed over the red, indicating a more bullish scenario, that golden cross indicating pressure to the upside. We see a potential double bottom happening, but the problem mainly consists of this uptrend acting as resistance, pushing the coin down, which isn't a good thing. So we're getting sandwiched. So what can we do from here on out? Basically, this means we're going to have to look at all the other altcoins out of the top 10 cryptos to kind of give us a general overview of where we see the market going. So all we know is we're here 10%. We have 10% at 73 or 70. Where is it? 75.94, and again, the exchange on eToro is a little bit higher up than the regular markets. Actually bought it around 73, but it was trading at 75 on eToro, so you can see the miscommunication. But let's assume 73, or whatever eToro was. So we bought in right around here. If we do fall, which is more likely to happen the way this is looking, which will be good for us to figure out how to trade, we may pull all the way back down to our previous support at $66. If we do that, we're going to reinvest. So we have 90% left of our portfolio, which means you can see as I zoom out, this is a great buying opportunity if we pull back down. $66, throw in 20%, lowers our dollar cost average, and we're pretty good. You know, we might move it down from when we bought at 75. It might be 70 before we break even. So that would definitely lower it down, indicating more profit, and it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. So if we do break down, I will be buying off at $66.95, $67. Hopefully you guys will too, using the virtual trading platform, you know, eToro. This will help us, you know, risk-free invest, as you guys know. So no risk. That's what I like to push. I don't want to promote you guys to invest your own money. You have to do that at your own risk. I am no financial advisor. That's why I like to push the virtual trading platform, to be as transparent as I can that I'm actually buying in at these levels and showing you guys the profitability that can come with investing like this. So as we know, is it going to pull back down? Are we going to drop? What do we need to do? So we need to look at Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoins. Here is where it gets interesting and becomes a little more risky. So for those of you who like risk, I'd listen up. So as you guys can see on Bitcoin, we're in an ascending wedge, but what you'll notice is we're at the top of the ascending wedge. You'll also notice on Bitcoin that we are overbought on the daily. So I'm going to be more bearish. I know we bought in at 66. No, sorry, I know we bought in at 75 on Litecoin. If we pull back down to 66 and change, we're going to pretty much get almost near oversold, indicating moves to the upside, which will then dollar cost average and will make some profit off of. The problem is Bitcoin is overbought and it's at the top of its resistance uptrend, indicating two reasons why it should come back down. So I'm leaning more towards a bearish look. Bitcoin is number one. This is the major shot caller. Looks like it's going to pull back down. We may see a pullback all the way to 5,500. We could see a pullback all the way down to 5,200. Here's the cool thing. So we're overbought right here. If we pull back down to $5,500, that could, you know, make us go back to 50 on the RSI. Good potential buying opportunity. If we pull all the way back down to the bottom of the uptrend, that is a really good buying opportunity, and that should potentially set us all the way down into the oversold market, indicating moves to the upside. If that does happen, Litecoin and Bitcoin would be a really good buying opportunity, and I'll show you guys both of those trades when it happens and the percentage that I'm investing. So I'm looking for a more bearish approach right now. This will be a great time to start buying in a little bit more. If we see a pullback to 5,500, 5,200, obviously that will leak into Litecoin. The volume will move over, and we're going to see Litecoin pull back down too if Bitcoin does, which I'm leaning more towards it happening. Ethereum looks good, trading very nicely on the RSI, 50 on the daily. Did we look at Litecoin on its daily? No. Let's check out its daily. The daily trading at 50 on the RSI looks okay. You can see, yes, we're a little bit above our RSI. A pullback down to this level, $67, would be a great buying opportunity. You can see right here. We're literally neck and neck with this uptrend, so it's going to be interesting to see whether or not we close above or below. Leaning more towards below. Bitcoin's overbought on its daily, so they're most likely going to see some sort of, correction and pull back downwards. With that being said, we could see Ethereum pull back down too with Bitcoin. We could see it go like this. If it doesn't break through and it stays at this level right here, good buying opportunity. You can see we're spiraling up into the symmetrical triangle. May retest up here, so something like this is definitely a possibility. Boom and then boom, that would be a good buy-in. And then we'd sell right at the top here because there is going to be a really big volume injection once we reach this area, this point. And I don't want to be involved in this until I see which directions it's heading. If it breaks to the upside and we break above 160, then we'll ride it all the way up to 200. If we break below it, we'll buy it when it potentially falls to 140, if not 115. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye out. But for the most part, we'll see. If Bitcoin breaks, which I have a feeling it will, to the downside, we're going to have to figure out when to buy back in. If we break to the upside, at least we have 10% in. We'll make some profit. We'll sell off, take the profits, and then we'll figure out when the next time to buy in is. Next, we move on to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash looks beautiful. We saw a lot of resistances. We saw this break to the downside. Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum both look good. Bitcoin Cash looks better, I think, than Ethereum for a few reasons. One, because it is above its uptrend. You can see right here, we have on the daily this beautiful ascending wedge as well. We can see the high-low MMA, green band crossed over the red. We can see resistance tested this bottom support at 230, broke to the upside, trapped in this channel right here. Consolidation is needed, I think, for both Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. We could see consolidation like this once we get up here. Honestly, if we see it break down to here, this would have been a good buying opportunity the second we hit this purple uptrend. I wasn't on my phone when that happened, but if I was, I would have bought in. But if we pulled back down to here, good buying opportunity to put in 10%, not 100%, because if we break down lower, you're screwed. So we put in 10%, giving us that cushion, that window of opportunity to invest more in later. We could shoot right back up to here. If not, consolidation would look better, and then very good chance we could pop off into the upside. So if indeed we hit this purple uptrend, that is a good time to put in our 10%. And then if we break lower somewhere in here, this would be better to dollar cost average, put 20, 30% in after that. But I don't think we're going to get below there right now. I think consolidation is what's needed. We look good on the RSI. It's just Bitcoin that's my main worry right now. I really need to see what happens with Bitcoin. It looks very interesting. I know a lot of you guys are telling me that there is some sort of head and shoulders forming on Litecoin. Instead of leaving it in the comments, which I do appreciate, do leave it in the comments, but take the next initiative and send it to me via my email, cryptotvofficial@gmail.com. You can find it in the description. Actually take the initiative and send it to me, send it to my email so I can actually see that. Also, if you guys are new to the channel or haven't yet checked out Patreon, highly recommend doing so. Second link in the description. Patreon allows you guys to follow along one by one, like a direction sheet, with the way I'm charting. It's live updating charts. You guys will be able to get access to all of my crypto charts with, a one-to-one connection with me, as well as being able to have, that conversation. It's an awesome community. We're really pumping it right there. So we're almost going to break, I think, 30 subscribers or patrons on Patreon, which is huge, but definitely check it out. It's some awesome content that you won't find on YouTube, but otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, giveaway at 10K. Peace.